Hello and welcome to the Philippines. Today we're looking at a development called Serenis South in Talisay City, Talisay City, Cebu. And here's a little map of the area. I will show you three location maps later in the video and show you a model house. So this is a summary map of the site development plan for Serenis in Talisay City, just south of Cebu City. And keep in mind that it is in the beginning stages of development, so things are subject to change. Anyway, let's go up here to the summary. Single detached units, 25 units. And the color coding, if you can pick those out, the color coding on the map is black. Single attached houses, they have a gray coding. And I think it's kind of hard to pick all those out. And then they got 63 of those single attached. Go down to townhouses, 218 townhouses. Now, I'm not quite sure what the difference is. I have some suspicions, but not quite sure what the difference between a townhouse and a single attached house is. They're both attached to other houses. So there may be a fine line between the definition of the two. And then it looks like over here, and sorry for this wire, I couldn't get close enough to get a shot without this wire hanging in my way at the entrance to Serenis. And they have townhouses broke down into MD units and some other kind of unit. Anyway, we go up here. Here's the entrance here. Looks like one entrance at this present time. And you have a park area here. I suspect this may be a park or something at some point in time. This is P and P. I suspect that means it's a pool area, pool and play area, something like that. This is a basketball court down here. And I believe over here, I think this is a park. This is a park area as well. And like I say, it's subject to change. But this development will go up rather quickly, I believe. For those of you looking out into the near future, a year or two, you might be interested in this. We had just come from a development called Box Hill, and I did a video about that. Some of you watched that. And we passed this entrance, big sign there, and stopped in. It was a holiday. It was the Philippines Independence Day. So there were no sales staff here, but they let us in to go look at a model unit. Are these single attached or are they townhouses? There again, I don't know where you draw the line between that. I am probably missing a very clear distinction between townhouses and single attached houses. And I am certain that many of you will point this out to me. And this is the model that we're going to look at. And it was a holiday, but they did have a small crew of people working. And we're going to walk over here and you're just going to look at a little bit, getting a little bit of an idea of the size of the development. Pretty large, actually. I think the total of units, if I added correctly, about 306 units, including the townhouses and attached houses and unattached houses. But a pretty big area up here. And just right over there, very colored, look like townhouses as well. Townhouses or some subdivision. 70 square meters floor area, lot area 100 square meters, 4-bedroom, 3 toilet and bath, and a balcony. I noticed a bit of steel framing in these structures and was not able to view enough units under construction. I'm not sure if it's from the ground up or if it's just part of the roof system, the trusses, etc. But it would be interesting to find out the details there. Of course, if you want to buy a house, and I know foreigners can't buy houses, there are ways around that. Corporation, putting it in wife's or girlfriend's name, or other people that you trust. There's risk involved in that, obviously. Um, but the fact that these are for sale, it means that as they're built, some of those will go up for rent as well. I know more and more foreigners are moving out to Talisay City, to the south of Cebu City. It's generally cheaper out there. More and more subdivisions going up. I think the rental rate should stay relatively low because you're going to have many of these developments coming open in the coming year or two. And the last one, Box Hill, I think you already had probably 30% of the units were occupied already. So you will start finding these units for rent as they go up and are finished off. And what you will find when you do an online search for rentals in a subdivision in a particular province or town or city is that you will find some for rent unfurnished. You will find them semi-furnished, or you will find them listed as fully furnished. Now, what you consider fully furnished and what the owner considers fully furnished probably going to be two completely concepts, and that's something that is probably up for negotiation. In another week or so, I will show you some townhouses in subdivision that were listed as fully furnished and partially furnished, and my opinion, they weren't furnished very well at all. But there again, it's a matter of opinion. And if you're going to sign a lease for 6 months or a year, it should be open for negotiation. One particular one I looked at, furniture wasn't very well at all, and the broker said, well, they will replace the furnishings if you sign a lease. Well, I don't want to sign a lease until I see what the furnishings are going to be. So, kind of the chicken egg there. One thing I'm always concerned about is outlets, electrical outlets. For some reason, especially the newer units, many of these developments seem to skimp on electrical outlets, and it means you're going to have to start running multiple outlet extension cords around the house. And really, I don't want to do that. Can't be that difficult to put the electrical wiring at the time of construction, I would think. It is nice to have a balcony. It's not a large balcony, but it is usable. Not sure if they would allow you to barbecue out there or not. All these developments, they have their different rules. Would you be allowed to barbecue on your front yard, on your backyard? They may all have rules about those types of things. And vented ceiling, I don't know if there's any insulation in the ceiling, but yeah, there's part of the metal structure. You are up above sea level a ways and up above the city. I don't think you would see flooding in this area as long as they grade it properly and have proper drainage. That is always important. I lived in Las Vegas, Nevada for many years, and during the big boom in building houses and subdivisions there, the big excavators, bulldozers, earth moving equipment, graders, they were clearing sides of mountains in Henderson, southeast of, and different areas in the north as well, northeast, northwest parts of Las Vegas, and just clearing them, pushing the boulders out of the way, building houses, huge tract housing. And my thought at the time was it doesn't look like that's going to have very good drainage. And it doesn't rain very much in the desert, and Las Vegas is in the desert. But when it does rain, if you don't have drainage, that half inch of rain turns into a flood. And what happened is that the foundations around houses were getting washed away. all of the dirt was washing away and cutting big gullies in through these different subdivisions and near the houses and through their yards. And here's three location maps right there in the center. And then off to the upper left, you have Box Hill. And going out, getting a bigger view in relationship to the ocean and the town there and the main road, Cebu South Road there. And there again, we're going to stretch out and look in relation Cebu City, Mandaue City. Not very far at all. I think we took a jeepney back from Talisay City. I think it took about 35 minutes to get to SM Mall in Cebu City. Company called My Bus. New air-conditioned buses. They have a terminal in the south side of Cebu City, and they have several stops along the way in Cebu City, and off. You can get off pretty close to SM Seaside as well, and I think that costs 40 pesos to go all the way into SM Seaside, I believe, or SM Mall in Cebu City. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like the video. Please share the video. Please subscribe. Safe travels to you all wherever you're at, and I'll see you next time.